You gonna do the intro?
I'm good.
Move your lips. Welcome to Pink Sock Podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne the Rock. Do you smell what the rock? If we have a little bit of an echo, it's because Tony's headphones are garbage.
Yep. It's always an audio issue with me.
Yeah, or lag.
And you paid $100 for those too.
I know. That's the price I pay for having to live out here with the Hoot Owls fuck chickens.
What I said before we went on there, I'm like, you pay $120 for Koopalooak and you're still getting shit.
I don't know.
So we'd like to give a shout out to our loyal patrons. We've got GORAK, Hot Amy, Gloria, David Dowdle, Joe Bashir, and if you want to become a Patreon, just visit official Mike Usnick on the Patreon. And due to the echo, I'm going to mute you for a second, Tony. I'll bring you back. Next week, we're going to be on Sunday with this guy. Okay. We have Scotty Hagan of Bellyache Records or Belliachi Records on the 13th. Now, here's the funny story. He gave me that photo to use as a promo. I had a whole nother one. Woo! So, what have you guys been up to? Is that better? Oh, no, it's worse.
Oh, is it worse? Hold on.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
You sound like I'm underwater.
You're good. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
There's still a bit of an echo, but it's all right. We'll just have this guy do the whole show.
Hear me twice.
So, anybody have anything you want to rant and rave about? That's what the show's about right now. Anything?
Know what I know of.
Oh, come on. You live down under. What's going on over there?
No, lots happening.
Did you put another shrimp on the Barbie?
Our restrictions are easing down a bit.
He froze.
So.
No, he didn't. He just froze for you. Go ahead. Continue, Greg.
Yeah, our restrictions here in Australia are easing down now.
Really?
It's a good thing. Yep. So we can allow. So where I work, we're allowed to fit to. I think we can have at least about 60 people in the restaurant now instead of 30. Yeah.
We're going to be allowed 10 probably. Yeah, the States is getting worse.
For you guys, man.
Hey, Tony, are you ready for Phoenix? Are you ready for Phoenix?
Yeah. I hate the snow and I hate the cold.
That's what the weekend in Phoenix looks like.
Holy shit.
You know, I'm oddly okay with that.
I need to buy pants.
Yeah, see, you're going to be the silly one. We're going to be thinking about going out to dinner later in the afternoon out in Phoenix. You're like, do you think I need a jacket? It's going to be chilly. Like, it was 118. Even if it drops 30 degrees, it's still 88 fucking degrees outside.
True. You know what I found in my house? This makes me mad because it's not in the box anymore. If it was in the box, it'd be worth a lot of money. But
Zelda.
the gold version of Ocarina of Time.
Is that the gold version?
Yeah. It's worth a lot of money if it's still in the box. It's called
don't have it in the box anymore.
Well, I've had it since I got my Nintendo 64 in 2001. Okay. You know what pisses me off though? It's worth a lot of money, but you know what the difference between this one and Legend of Zelda, the regular edition is?
Probably nothing.
It's painted gold. That's the only difference. It came in the same fucking box. This one was gold. You can just paint the original.
Dude, you know what really grinds my gears is the fact that you know how much that first edition holofoil Charizard Pokemon card's going for now? I had one when they first came out, and I gave it to a friend of mine in a big collection that I just got rid of.
You did?
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
It wasn't worth that much money back then.
So they want me. The chat said just buy a new box. So let's do that.
I mean, you probably could. You could buy a whole bunch of ignorant stuff on eBay.
Dude, I found my next girlfriend on eBay. You can buy.
Is it the inflatable version?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't backtalk you.
I want to get the midget one.
Midget one.
Yeah. I know it's not politically correct, but I lost my virginity to a little person.
You just love banging midgets because it looks bigger.
Hear me out.
I'm not wrong, am I?
Even if you're well hung, it makes you look bigger. And it's fun to watch her climb me like a tree.
And spin her like a dreidel.
I've only been with one little person, and that was my virginity, which is sad because, like, I would like to try it again. Because you got to do the elevator. Have you heard of the elevator?
No.
Okay, it's I'm gonna mute Tony so I don't hear the joke again. It's when you have the woman upside down in a standing up 69 position, and you got to go up and down like an elevator.
Well, hey, since we're going to be going to Vegas, I'm sure I can make the midget thing happen for you.
No, I want to go to a donkey show. I'm like, I got my heart set on the donkey show.
You really?
Dude,
You really want to see that?
Not
Once
really.
you see it, you can't unsee it.
I don't really want to, but hold on. I want to be able to say that, hey, I went to a donkey show.
I mean, we can go.
I have a feeling it's going to be one of those moments where I'm like, okay, I'm out. Right when they bring the donkey out.
I know my aunt's coming down from South Dakota, and she's going to hang out with us for a little bit. And
Is she going to the donkey show?
we
with
could
us?
probably, yeah, but probably.
Go to a donkey show with your aunt?
For doing crazy. Yeah, she's up for doing crazy shit, so we could probably sneak off and go do that.
I hope it isn't like the same price of a prostitute out there. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's all in pesos, so I'm assuming it's going to be like dirt for us.
Well, you boys want to go to Mexico?
I'm not bringing the motorcycle to Mexico. Someone will probably steal it.
Joe Bashir, you have opened up a can of worms you do not want to open. A donkey show.
You might just want to Google it.
A donkey show is when a donkey show is when a bunch of lovely gentlemen and women pay to go into a room and watch this strapping young lad bring a donkey out, and they fuck it, and that's what a donkey show is. Would you go, GORAK?
No.
What's wrong with you? Don't make it. Don't make it weird.
Fine. Yeah.
I mentioned a donkey show at work, and people's like, "If you go, take pictures." I'm like, "What? What is wrong with all you people?" The fact that people still do this though nowadays is weird.
Dude, Mexico's crazy, man.
You can
Like the
buy
Wild West.
You can buy a kidney out there for pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably buy a donkey show on eBay.
I mean, I've seen weirder things probably.
No, you haven't.
So I had to explain to somebody at work last night.
Probably not.
What's two girls
That's gonna be a weird trip.
You had to explain. Hold on, GORAK. I heard bits and pieces of that. You had to explain to someone at work what 2 girls, 1 cup was.
Yeah, because she didn't know what it was.
Did you show her?
No, I explained it to her. Although I did come across with this tattoo.
Whoa. Don't say 2 girls, 1 cup and come across at the same time.
Wait, give us a second.
Have you seen the video, I Like the Fishies?
No.
Ready?
Oh, God, I have to censor this, don't I? Oh,
Probably.
That's hot. That's just a tattoo.
Who comes up with that? Like, come on, man.
So there's this video called "I Like the Fishies." It's when these 2 Asian chicks, they're lovely ladies. One of them sticks a funnel in the other one's butthole. They stick a funnel in the other one's butthole, and they put eels down it. Hear me out. Hear me out. They put the eels in their butthole, and the distance this woman gets on this, man, 7 eels go flying across the room at such a velocity. This needs to be a sporting event. Like it got awkwardly quiet in here. No, nobody would watch that sport.
So what's gonna happen? So my aunt was talking to me about our Mexico trip, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "Do you think we'll need passports?" And I'm like, "Well, technically, I don't think passports to go to Mexico, but I might because I think I look Mexican. Otherwise, I might not."
I think you do need a passport to go to Mexico. It's another country.
Do you?
Yeah. You need
If
one
you got
for
that
anything.
if you got that federally compliant driver's license,
That's only for flying. You still need a passport. Yeah, it's fucked up. You have to.
so we need to apply for one then.
Yeah, you have to have a separate You have to have a separate one to go to Mexico, like any country. You need a passport, and then you need a license to fly. I think that driver's license here. Okay, I'm going on a rant. I think that driver's license should be a fucking passport. Paying that much money for that goddamn thing. You got to go in there with your ID, your birth certificate, your left testicle. You got to go in there with everything, bro. You do, and then they're like, "You got to pay extra." Fuck you. I gotta pay extra to fly, then my flights ought to be fucking free. Okay. Like, you fucking cocksuckers.
Hey, check it out though. At least with the federal driver's license, you won't have to re-up on any of your paperwork for 16 years.
True, but you know how much I've changed in like 3 years? I'd look completely different in 16 years.
That's their problem.
I'm gonna show up with a fucking all white beard, and, like looking like Santa Claus, and they're gonna be like, "This ain't you," because I look like this on the driver's license. This is what I look like. Like, oh fuck, the fuck, Tony. I think you froze. I'm not sure. You look. You got to call who?
The apartments.
Oh, go ahead and call them.
On the air.
I'm thinking about just do it. Be like, hey, have you ever gotten a phone call or anything while on the air? Thought about answering.
Time for me.
I've gotten phone calls while I'm on the shitter.
Do you answer?
Yeah.
Are you honest when they ask, what are you doing?
There's like a dead silence, and then you hear the bloop.
When they ask, what are you doing? Are you honest with them? Or are you like, hey, I'm shitting? Or do you like lie?
Oh, no, I totally tell them I'm on the shitter.
Okay. That's like, I'm kind of
Yeah, you
weird.
have.
I'm honest about it, but like, I hate when people message me at night and they're like, what are you doing? I got my pants off, okay, and I'm probably masturbating. Like, why are you messaging me at this hour? Unless you want to see it. What the hell? And this is how I got GORAK on the show. That's
Yeah.
my dick kind of looks like GORAK. Putting a turtleneck sweater. That's what it looks. Did you guys see my Christmas outfit?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It was nice. It was nice.
You looked very festive.
I was, but my balls kept falling out of my beard. This is my balls. Just listen to me, okay? My balls was falling off of my beard. And there goes Tony. I'll see you. I'll just bring you back on. Oh, still no. Anyway, my balls was falling off my beard, so I put my balls in my hair. And yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. I hope people ain't tuning in right now. Oh, my balls was falling off my beard, and I had to put it in my hair.
What the fuck's your ball doing in your beard, bro?
I had balls in my beard. I don't fucking know, GORAK. I got problems, okay?
They're always on your chin anyways.
Yeah, true. I'm glad how you came back at that moment. Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I was festive as shit. And then today I felt like confident. So I posted a picture and everybody's like, bro, put pants on. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I've been working on my physique. I'm not in great shape, but I look good.
I mean, you got Austin Powers level chest hair.
The ladies do not complain, Tony. The ladies do not complain.
Yeah, you keep them warm in the winter, you fucking woolly mammoth.
Uh-huh. And that dick game strong, bro. Just ask GORAK.
I wouldn't know.
Just ask GORAK.
What's that?
Just ask this guy. He's like, wait, what? I haven't been watching the show this whole time. He forgot he was on the air. He was watching TV.
Yeah, man. Myself on TV.
Should we go see midget wrestling in Phoenix?
Yes.
Oh, dude, that would be so cool.
What kind of question's that, dude? I'm gonna become like a competitive wrestler while I'm out there, dude. I'm gonna be the heel. I'm gonna be the guy that fights the midgets.
That's horrible.
I'm going to be the Chris Jericho of midget wrestling.
They should do like a WWE the midget edition.
Dude, that'd be awesome. But I don't think WWE would be. The thing is I know a lot of people that get offended by the word midget. And the thing is none of them are midgets. I've never seen a little person, midget, whatever you want to call them, get offended by that word.
Nah.
Have you ever watched Brad, what's his name? Brad, there's a comedian by the name of Brad something. And he's hilarious. He's a little person.
Yeah.
And he's
great.
He was telling this joke about how this woman was like, fuck me, Willy Wonka. And he's like, I went straight for the chocolate factory. That's horrible. So, by the way, I think it's time to announce our last bit of guests. We just announced one of them. We do have another one that we're going to announce because fuck it, it's towards the end of the year. We're just going to get everything out of the way. Let me get the promotional flyer here. This show today is unscripted. We're just going to fucking go and go and go. But we also have Victor Chalfant is going to be on the show. He's a producer for In the Trenches and all the other stuff on Ryan Roxy's channel. And he's also a very good photographer. He's taken photos for a lot of different actors and stuff and actresses. And yeah, he's also a professor for a college. So I hope we don't get him fired. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Vic. Thank you for being on the show. And I would also like to announce that if you're available, Tony, I was going to do a special podcast episode, a season finale, if you will, of the year on New Year's at noon.
New Year's. What day is that on?
The 31st of December. Well, New Year's Eve is when I was going to do it.
Oh, it's on a Thursday?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
If not, we can do it on the 1st. But I was thinking about doing one celebrating 2020 because we have a lot of stuff lined up for that.
Hey, man. After I think the 19th, we get our $1,000 bonus from Cabela's. Mm-hmm. So just call off. We have to work. Because after that, I really don't give a shit.
Hopefully nobody watches this that you work with.
Oh, if they do, they already know how I.
Just like
not get holiday pay because I'm a week shy of being there 90 days. Yeah, they can kiss my fucking taint.
I could only imagine what your taint looks like. You talk about me being hairy. I imagine your taint probably looks like a rabid beaver.
Right now, you unzip these pants and Welcome to the Jungle starts playing in the background.
You know, my body's weird because I have body hair and women love it. But you take off my pants and I'm smooth as a baby's bottom. It's like a weird look. It looks like I'm going bald.
It's fucking a child.
No, I do not have a baby dick. Well, when it's soft. But let's not talk about this. What are we?
It probably looks like a baby holding a grapefruit, but you know.
Okay, I was talking to my GM at work, and he said I can wear my kilt to work as long as my dick don't hang out. And I'm like, dude, my kilt comes down to my knees. I ain't got that much. On a good day. On a good day, maybe. GORAK is so uncomfortable. Welcome to the shit show. What you're about to witness is a nightmare. Do I still have that?
No. I'm just half asleep.
Yeah, it's 4 in the morning there?
4:30.
12:30.
4:30 in the morning.
Jesus Christ, dude. I did.
Yeah.
That's Zach Wilde was telling a story a long time ago about some show with Ozzy. And that was back before he started wearing jeans and stuff. He was wearing skin tight leather pants and stuff, back in the 80s. And he goes to hike his on one of these fucking monitors, and it rips like right there in the crotch. So his dick and balls start hanging out, and he didn't even. These chicks in the front row are just looking starstruck at his. He didn't know until the show was nearly over.
Well, it happens, dude. Like, I don't know.
Because you can't wear underwear with leather pants. Everybody knows this.
Yeah, you can't wear underwear, leather pants, pajamas, or yoga pants. Don't ask why I wear yoga pants. But ladies probably should wear underwear with yoga pants, because if they like, dudes are fucking pervs. Women can handle themselves. Some dudes are like, oh, look at the camel toe. Shut up, grandpa, and quit looking. I work in a truck stop. I know dudes, like a lot of the guys that go in there fucking gross me out, dude. Like there's this one guy that comes in there and hits on the women there and like tries to get them.
You out?
Yeah, he'll buy candy bars for people and be like, you owe me a hug. I'm like, no, dude, you owe me a blowjob. And he leaves. Like, I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know. When you work around certain people, it's just, you get annoyed because, like, if somebody is not interested in you, I'm sorry, this is a weird rant, but if somebody's shows no interest and keeps telling you no, and you're bothering them at work, you're a fucking piece of shit. Okay, just leave them the fuck alone. Buy your fucking Viagra or whatever you came in there for, and get the fuck out of the store. Like, leave people
Truck
alone.
stop.
Yeah, like, I don't know, rock hard or whatever they call it. I don't know.
Like you've bought them before.
No, I work there, dude. You see them. I don't think we have rock hard, but when I worked at Pilot,
you get a discount.
No, I don't get a discount for anything, bro. Full price. I'm 28 years old. I don't need boner pills, dude. I can't get this thing down. Like, do they have the opposite of boner pills?
You just take them to see how long you can jerk off. Like, what's the record?
I should, dude, since they last like what, an hour or two. Just
like anything after 3 or 4 hours, you're supposed to consult a doctor and go to the ER. I'm like, fuck that.
Nope, I'm going in there.
Proud.
If I have a boner longer than 4 hours, and I have to go to the hospital, I'm wearing the gown backwards. I'm just...
Anybody got a wet towel to hang up?
I don't know. I'm thinking about, I should probably take a boner pill and see how long I can last into my work shift. Like, just take it at the beginning of my shift.
Hey, you be knocking shit over the shelves?
People ask where the bathroom is. I'll be like, over there, and I'll be pointing with it. I gotta wear like pants that make it noticeable too. Like go to work in like black sweats.
Gray sweats.
Yeah, gray sweats. Gray sweats are my enemy because like I'm a grower, not a shower. Like that's not a good. You have to see it when it's at its best because it's a beautiful sight. But if you see it before that, no.
It's pretty depressing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's cute. And then like, oh, it punched me in the eye. Like, I don't know. I don't know where the show's going. All the ladies in the chat love yoga pants. I wonder why. Pervs. We got people really excited for Vic, though, and I'm excited to have Vic on.
It's going to be a good time.
He's a good dude. He's a really good dude. Next year, I'm hoping to get more and more people on since we will be more than likely out in the Cali area. Cycling shorts for Boner Day. There's a such thing as Boner Day? Like, what? International. What?
You're not catching me wearing cycling shorts.
Why?
That's almost as bad as me wearing a Speedo. Like, what are you doing? Fucking squirrel in there?
I'm comfortable. I'm becoming more comfortable with my body. I'd wear cycling shorts. I'd wear a fucking Speedo. I don't care. If you don't like it, don't look.
True.
Fuck. I don't care.
She'll
If
be
you like-
hanging out both sides, like, you sit and gum.
if in fact, it's like if you don't like what you see, look away. If you like what you see, just grab it. I mean,
Yeah, then you get to start your own Me Too movement.
yeah, fuck. No,
Grabbing it.
I don't know. People are just strange, bro. I've seen some weird shit in my day.
You used to work at a gas station, so I'm sure you've seen a lot of strange shit.
Yeah, like no, bro. I didn't see this, but this maintenance guy where I used to work, we used to have showers there, and there was a bathroom in the shower, like there was a toilet there. But one gentleman thought it would be a smart idea to take a shit in the corner.
Like walk on the rain style, or
I don't know. I wasn't there for this. And then another time, this guy's like, "You would not believe what just happened." I'm like, "What?" You know how all bathrooms and gas stations are. There's a toilet, and then there's that there's that toilet paper dispenser that's pretty high up.
yeah.
Somebody left a shit on top of the toilet paper dispenser. I don't know how. I don't.
That's pretty
understand.
fun. That's pretty fun.
No, I don't understand how they got up there to shit. I don't know if they just placed it there. I don't know what happened, but they left a shit on the fucking toilet paper dispenser.
That's pretty good.
It's funny when you talk about it. What?
You used to work at a truck stop. You got any like lot lizard stories?
Yeah. Yeah. A few.
Yeah.
There was this one that was always there, and we actually had a GM chase them out of the shower. This is not a lot lizard story, but this is a funny. I got two funny truck stop stories to tell you guys. This one, none of them I was there for. I was told. What?
Other than the wiener in your mouth story.
That was wieners. That wasn't just one. Give me some credit.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
But we one day there was this shower that was occupied for like an hour. So the general manager of the kitchen decided to go back there and check on them and knocked on the door. They didn't answer. Opened up the door thinking nobody was in there, and there's this person laying there with needles all over their chest. And he was like, "Hey!" And they fucking jumped up and started running, and he chased them out the back door and like Goldberg speared them.
Right.
And called the cops. And he got in trouble for that because the GM was like, "What if they had needles on them and you got stabbed or whatever?" And he's like, "It didn't happen." But another funny story. I can't even tell this with a straight face. Okay, let me try. Okay, I'm gonna mute Tony so there's no echo. This guy, I wasn't there for this one either. I wasn't there for the cool shit. This guy was walked into the store. We thought he was maybe on drugs. Bye, Lindsay. Lindsay's leaving the chat. I saw that. So this guy walked into the store and he looked at the older guy that worked there who was like 60 some years old, and he was like, "Can I punch you in the face?" And the guy was all startled, and he's like, "I'd recommend you not. I mean, I don't think you should." And the guy was like, "Okay." And then he went outside, and there's this guy that works there. He's like in his like 30s, maybe 40s. And he walks up to him and was like, "Can I punch you in the face?" He's like, "No, that's not a smart idea at all." And the guy's like, "Why do you want to punch me in the face?" And the guy proceeded to tell him, "You were looking at my children." And the guy was like, "There's no children in this parking lot. What the fuck are you talking about?" And the guy was like, "You're all my children." And he walked away. And then he proceeded to whip out his dick at the pump, mind you. He whipped out his dick at the pump. And this guy was a Middle Eastern. It's important to the story because of what he says. He whipped out his dick at the pump and he said, Muslims are nothing but apes, and started pounding his chest with his dick and balls out. That's not the weird part. Nobody called the cops on this busy day. Nobody did anything. They let him get in his truck and take that freak show to the next truck stop. He got in his truck and left. And yeah. Stories from the truck stop. I need to make a series of that. Series from the truck stop. What do you think of that, Tony?
That's pretty crazy, man.
This ain't too crazy, but it's at one of my jobs. This happened recently. Somewhat recent. It was maybe a month ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure. This guy was taking a shower, and he wasn't. Oh, he wasn't like that. It wasn't a weird story. He wasn't.
You had a bunch of shower stories. You not stalking people in the shower?
No. No, this guy was in the shower taking a shower, and he came out. Now, I was cleaning the bathrooms at the time, and he approached a girl that works there. She's a shorter girl. She's very cute, very attractive woman. She was working, and he was like, "Hey, I don't have hot water. Can you come check what's wrong with it?" And her being smart, I'm in there cleaning the bathroom, and she comes barging into the bathroom, and she's like, "Hey, could you do me a favor?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "This guy needs you to check the hot water, and I'm sorry for bothering you, but I don't want to go in there." And I'm like, "I don't blame you. Like, I wouldn't want to either. If I was a woman, I'd be cautious too." But I'll be honest, I felt weird going into a shower with a middle-aged man standing behind me while I'm trying to check the water. I can only imagine if I was a female. Like, he wasn't naked. He was fully clothed, but he was just.
That's still.
It was just weird. I'm like, dude, just go outside so I can figure this out. Don't just stand there. Like, I thought he was gonna like grab me or something. I thought he was gonna like fuck me. I don't know. I was being hopeful. I mean, I was worried. No, like, I don't know. It's just weird, man. Like, I don't know. I could not be a woman because what?
Me, Kathy, and Ash is gonna get you hammered in Vegas and like drop you off at a gay bar.
It's gonna be funny because I'm probably not gonna drink in Vegas, as weird as that sounds, but if I do and that happens, I'm going to I don't drink anymore. I tried to stop that shit, but I'd probably be like, I'm just here for directions. Don't worry about the ashless chaps. I'm just here for directions. And this is why I don't drink anymore, because of people like you.
You'll end up following a dude into the bathroom to do a line of coke, and you'll come back like a line of coke and a weird blowjob later.
I don't do coke, but you're gonna make me sound like a real bad drug addict on this show, but I'm not. I would never. I don't do hard drugs, and I never would, because I've never really been that into it. I smoke weed. But
That's medicine.
Medicine. I don't even drink anymore because, like, I don't know. I don't want to become an alcoholic.
I get that.
Oh yeah. Like, I'm trying to get my life together. I'm at that age where I just want to get my life together and work on my mental state. I don't want to like go to Vegas and be like Hunter S. Thompson.
That does sound like a really fun time, but is that Pop Rocks?
Yeah, Kool-Aid Pop Rocks. I really want somebody sometime to put Pop Rocks in their mouth and give me a blowjob.
You know, it's a really fun time. Buy like 20 bags of pop rocks and put them in the cat litter box.
Oh my god! Have you done that to your cat?
Maybe.
Do they freak out?
It didn't like it.
We have I believe she's from Japan, but we have Japan in the house, I think. Either Japan or
Oh, that's cool.
in Japan.
I want to go there one day.
Me too. If you guys want to know what acid reflux sounds like, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes my throat does that shit whenever I eat something spicy.
So no Mexican food for you. Or Indian food.
Well, I can do it. It's just in portions, portion control.
So, like, are you going to get legit Mexican food when we go to Mexico?
Yeah.
Dude, like we have to.
We have to get a passport, though. I don't know how to do all that. You'll have to go with me.
You just got to go to the post office thing and give them money.
You're going to have to go in there and hold my hand and be like, hey. I need an adult.
I'll hold your hand.
Have you ever had those moments in your adult life where you're like, I need an adult? Wait, I am one.
Yeah. Like every time I go to the store.
Every time I like try to figure out how the hell taxes work.
That's why people can do it for me. Dude, I can't even get through filling out a W-2. Like you can fill out to do your taxes when you get a new job. That is like the most ridiculous thing I've ever had to fill out.
I don't even understand it.
Like there's no rhyme or reason to any of it. It's just like, oh, well, let's see how bad you want to fuck your own taxes up now.
I don't even get the process. Why you figure out the tax shit? You're my work. You figure it out.
Yeah. How do I fill it out to where I don't pay taxes at all? That's what I want to know.
What's really fucked up is if you do your own taxes and you don't have somebody else do it, the IRS will be like, you have to get the amount exact. We know what the amount is, but we won't tell you.
Yeah, I know, right?
You can't even guess. You got to know. We can't tell you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And if you get the number wrong, and if you get this number wrong that we already know, but you don't know, we're going to come and take your stuff.
Or take you to court.
Yeah. Because I got a letter in the mail one time after Hewitt Jackson screwed my taxes up real good. Not trying to name drop or anything, but you know. I got a letter in the mail saying that the IRS was going to cut, if I didn't pay them back like $800 and something one year, that they were going to come and take anything that equaled up to that amount that was in my name as like property or cars or, you know, anything like that of value. And I'm like, yeah, well, joke's on you because I don't own shit.
What do they do if that's the case?
They take you to court, I guess. I don't know. Either that or they get really...
They get real butthurt. That's how it works in the UK. Your employer sorts it out.
Well, see, that's why we should do that. Except for I don't trust our government. As far as I can throw them.
Right?
They already pay more taxes than the rich people anyways, which I think is bullshit. You know, whatever.
I saw this one thing, this one page that says, okay, let's say you're worth like $50 million and we tax you like 40% or so. That brings you down to like, my math might be wrong. It takes you down to like 20 or $30 million. If you can't afford that, you're fucking awful. Okay. Like, yeah. You need to learn how to budget.
I wish our jobs in America would just be like, oh yeah, we'll just fill your taxes out for you. It's not that bad. Like, do you want more taken out on a higher rate? Do you want a middle rate, or do you want a low rate to where they don't take hardly anything out, and then you don't get hardly shit back at the end of the year?
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many kids you got? Well, I got 3. Oh, are you married? Yeah, sure. And then they just fill out all that shit for you. But no.
Wait, no, go back. When somebody asks you, "Are you married?" you don't answer with, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, sure.
I think you need to be more positive than that. You need to be like, "Yeah, I'm married." Not, "Yeah, sure, maybe."
Maybe. But no, yeah.
I had somebody
Are
ask
you head
me.
of household? Last I checked.
I've never given head in a household.
That's like on every application I've ever filled out for the past like 5 years, where it says where you have to fill out your sex, male or female. I just put yes.
Yes, please. like Austin
I think
Powers.
it's stupid to fill out that shit. Like, if they ask you, like, are you black, white, Caucasian, Indian, African American? Like, what's the fucking matter to you?
Because the reason why, and a lot of people don't want to address this issue, they still judge based on race.
Oh, I know.
Also, an employer at certain jobs, like corporate businesses, they have to meet quota by hiring a certain amount of minorities.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, they're not diverse enough.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Fuck.
I think it's weird.
Oh, here we go on this rant.
So, who's King Parrot?
King Parrot. Metal band.
They're a metal band, I think.
Are they Australian?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, they're out of Melbourne.
Melbourne. Yeah. I got this shirt.
Melbourne.
A couple of years ago, they played a gig on Good Friday at a pub just down the road from my house. So I went.
They're pretty good.
It was actually pretty good.
What
Yeah,
genre?
I've seen them live a couple of times. The lead singer is nuts. He threw a fucking water bottle at my face a few times too.
Oh shit! So, King Parrot, judging by the shirt, are they like pop? Like pop band?
No, they're a metal band.
Looks like a jazz type band.
If anybody's a jazz band, it's my band.
Do you guys watch wrestling? Do you guys watch wrestling? Since we did have a wrestling poster.
Not as much as I used to, man.
Since
I
you're
tried
old,
watching it again. I don't know, it's kind of boring.
well, since you're an old school wrestling fan, did you ever hear the recent interview with Mick Foley? Remember that Hell in a Cell they did?
Yeah.
Mick was sitting there and he was like, "So over the only
You're talking about the one where he gets thrown off?
Yeah.
Or the one where he falls off in the middle and then he gets like a steel chair smoked him in the mouth?
That's the same one.
Is it the same one? Oh, my bad.
Him and Undertaker only had one match. And
sorry.
Well, Mick was saying in this interview, he was like, so that everyone knows, he's like, I, over the years, have pieced together the story because he's like, I was knocked unconscious. So he's like, I don't know everything that happened. So he's like, over the weeks and years and days after this event, I've pieced together everything that happened. And he was like, so what happened was there was a part of the match. Hold on, Tony. Okay, there's a part of the match where obviously Taker threw him off the cell. Well, he got knocked unconscious whenever he went through the cell the second time, the middle. There's a part of that match where Terry Funk comes out and the Undertaker and him exchange words. You can't really tell watching it, but they exchange words and Undertaker chokeslams him. Well, Terry goes over to Mick and grabs his face all weird and then gets chokeslammed. What happened was, and this is how professional they are, Mick went through the cell, almost through the ring. A chair hit him in the face. Terry Funk came out unannounced, and he was touching Mick's face because Undertaker asked him whenever he went to chokeslam him, he said, check to see if he's alive. And he chokeslammed him, and Terry rolled over and grabbed Mick's face to check to see if he's fucking breathing. And then he reported back to the Undertaker that he's breathing. And then the Undertaker...
Hardcore.
I know, and Mick Foley said that he was always asked what went through his mind after he woke up from after being concussed off of flying through the cell, and he's like, honestly, my only thought was because when Terry was chokeslammed, his shoes flew off, and his shoes was sitting next to me. He's like, I rolled over. I'm like, where the fuck these shoes come from? And he was like, and then the Undertaker grabbed Mick by the throat to, like, I think chokeslam him, and he whispered in Mick's ear, "It's time to go home," which in wrestling that means the match is fucking over. And at that time they never stopped matches from injuries. So he's like, I don't know how I communicated it to Taker, but my ego was like, I'm not fucking done. So him and Taker continued the match. Mick barely able to walk. Taker grabbed his arm and went old school on him, which is where the Undertaker walks on the ropes and then plays an elbow on his arm. And it's majestic as fuck to see a 7-foot guy do that. But he did that to Mick, and Mick knocked him off the top rope with the help of Taker, and they finished the match. So it's like fucking crazy, like what them guys went through back then.
Yeah, especially when you threw him off the cage into the announce table.
Funny story about that. Funny story about that match, and Mick even mentioned it. When he flew off that cell, he dislocated his shoulder. And when the Undertaker
he got pretty fucked up in that match.
Yeah, well, not a lot of people.
He had a bit of wood stuck in his nose too, I believe.
No, his tooth went through his lip.
Yeah.
You know that scene of the match where he's laying there and he's smiling into the camera? Mm-hmm. He's not smiling into the camera. He's taking his tongue and putting it through his lip, but you can't see it because of his beard.
Oh, did you see Mick Foley in the mosh pit?
But Mick Foley said in this interview, though, that a lot of people don't realize Mick wasn't the only one that got fucked up in this match. The Undertaker entered the match with a sprained ankle.
Did you mention mosh pit? I got a good mosh pit story. Like, I went to a Slayer show once, and I looked over at the wife, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go down to this mosh pit. I'll be back, because I know you don't want nothing to do with it. That's fine. I get it. She's like, okay. I walk halfway down the ramp to this mosh pit, and I see this big, like 6'5" tall skinhead dude just rips his shirt off Hulk Hogan style. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm good. I'm going to go to my spot.
Brother!
Yeah, not for me. That's an omen. I'm not going.
I am not fighting Hulk Hogan in this mosh pit.
Nazi Hulk Hogan, which I mean is normal Hulk Hogan, I guess.
Did you ever see that video? Did you ever see that video of Shaquille O'Neal in a mosh pit?
Yeah.
No.
Could you imagine this 7-foot tall fucking monster in a mosh pit? Holy shit!
Yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass on that.
I'll leave. He was actually on the rail at the show, headbanging, and the rail was fucking moving.
We do a wall of death, and there's like a Shaquille O'Neal on the other side. I'm just gonna look over at Dave and be like, "I select you as my champion. You go."
Did you ever hear that Shaquille O'Neal wanted to wrestle?
No.
I mean, he just ended up being like another one of those great Khali dudes.
Well, no, the plan was Shaq's one and only match was retiring the Big Show.
They'd have to build that up.
They were planning on it, but Vince wasn't all for the idea, I don't think.
No, because it makes no sense at all.
But Big Show brought the idea to him. He's like, I want to be retired by Shaq. Why?
Dude, they had the perfect opportunity. They have the perfect opportunity when they started building Randy Orton up as the legend killer to just start retiring motherfuckers with him.
Well, did you hear about why that gimmick kind of went downhill?
I thought it was a great gimmick.
There's a reasoning why it didn't last very long, because he killed off all these legends, was beating all these legends, and it was supposed to build up to him versus Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam. And guess what happened? Hulk refused to lose.
Of course he did, because he's a cocksucker.
And that was a year after the SummerSlam where he refused to lose to Shawn Michaels.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Hulk Hogan is like that behind the curtain. Like he's just like, oh, I'm Hulk Hogan. I don't have to lose. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, it's fucked up because here's the thing, though. In both matches, years apart, like a year apart, Hulk said, "Okay, brother, I will beat you at this match, brother. But then the next pay-per-view, you beat me, okay, brother?" And both guys were like, "Okay, since we're gonna get a win anyway, let's do it." Pay-per-view comes up, and Hulk's like, "Okay, brother, I can't physically do a second one, brother, so I'll just beat you." No. How about I just win? How about you're like, he was like 80 years old that like 10 years ago when he did these matches.
Yeah. That's why I will always hold The Rock in a higher regard than Hulk Hogan. The Rock put Cena over, and The Rock didn't have to. Chris
Jericho is a good example too. He puts a lot of people over.
Yeah, The Rock doesn't have to put anybody over.
He's the
Rock.
Rock.
The Rock now, back in the 90s, looked like a bitch.
Did you ever see though the whole Legend Killer gimmick after the Hulk Hogan thing? He ended up feuding with the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
And the big story is that the original idea was for Randy Orton to beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania, being the guy to end the streak.
Yes, I would have been much cooler with that than him losing the streak to fucking Lesnar. Lesnar doesn't care about wrestling, or he didn't at the time.
Like, the idea was to have Bob Orton help Randy beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania and make him like the biggest fucking heel of all time.
Yeah.
The other idea was Kane to beat him at WrestleMania.
That would also work because it's his brother.
Yes. Some of the other ideas I've read is kind of weird. Like, there was Randy was an idea. There was a lot of other ideas. Here's one that a match was supposed to happen, not Undertaker, but Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin was supposed to happen at WrestleMania, and it's never happened. Good. You know why it's never happened?
Why is that?
Because Hulk's a cocksucker. Hulk Hogan would refuse to lose to Stone Cold, and Stone Cold refused. They both refused to beat each other. Like, Hulk's like, "I'll beat you," and he's like, Stone Cold's like, "I'll be damned, I'll beat you," and they couldn't come to a mutual agreement. So it never happened.
I've always seen Stone Cold and Goldberg together.
That would be great, but
Battle of the Boldness.
Would it work in 2020 though?
People would pay. I guarantee it.
They would, but could both men do it?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Because hear me out on this. Goldberg is a squash match guy now. His matches aren't very long. Stone Cold hasn't wrestled in like years.
Yeah, but he's more in physically good shape now than he was back then. He was a kind of a fat pudgy fuck back then. Now he's ripped.
But can his knees hold up? Because he had bad
it's a wrestling.
True. Have you seen Terry?
Anyway,
have you seen Terry Funk wrestling lately?
No.
He still wrestles. He's like 70-some years old. The last match I saw was like from 6 years ago. He's on his knees like 90% of the match because he can't stand up for too long. So he's down on his knees, acting like he got knocked down, hitting the motherfucker, and then he stands up. Like, he relies on the ropes and shit. I'm like, dude, just You've had an amazing career. Just retire. Like Sting recently returned. Did you hear about that?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, Sting showed up in AEW, but it's stated that he's not going to be wrestling.
So what is he doing then?
Manager.
No.
He's going to help build younger talent. But Sting actually had a really bad neck injury a few years ago that took him out of wrestling.
He was good back in the day.
I miss Sting. He's a good wrestler, man.
Right? They actually thought it was a smart idea. They thought it was a smart idea to take a 57-year-old man and have him take a powerbomb into the turnbuckle. And it injured his neck and took him out of action for good. But I read somewhere, I don't know how true it is, but he might have gotten, that surgery Edge got that brought him back into wrestling? He had the similar injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sting got that surgery. But he's sick. He's a little older than Edge, so who knows if he'd ever be able to wrestle again.
I'm surprisingly that the Undertaker's still going.
He's not. He just retired.
Oh,
yeah, he retired on the anniversary of the day he debuted at the same pay-per-view he debuted at.
Yep.
Oh, really? Wow. I didn't know that. So I knew he had like a documentary on.
Yeah, they did that 3-part documentary, and then they did the pay-per-view Survivor Series, the same one he debuted at. Was it like 30 or 35 years after the original? And he came out after.
He debuted in?
I think it might have been the same arena. I'm not sure.
They did something like crazy shit with that.
They brought out
everything.
Yeah, they brought out Ric Flair. They brought out Mick Foley, Vince McMahon. They brought out all the people that he feuded with. Shawn Michaels came out. Like, they brought out the big guns. And then Taker came out, did his farewell speech, dropped to his knee like he does, like, to do this thing. He dropped to his knee, and they had a hologram of Paul Bearer holding the urn.
That's
because
cool.
the guy that played Paul Bearer's dead now. So they did that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. But here's the argument. Should they have done it, or should they have waited until they could have a crowd to do it? Like,
I don't know.
Tony froze. Hold on. But should they have done it without a crowd or with a crowd? Because I think it would have been a lot more better. I get the anniversary.
With a crowd there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just wrestling is weird without
a virtual crowd now too, didn't they?
They have a virtual crowd. AEW has like the wrestlers in the audience.
I'm pretty sure they stole that from the NBA.
They actually did it before most other people did. Have you ever watched AEW?
No, I haven't. But I'm pretty sure that WWE stole the virtual crowd from the NBA.
Yeah, they probably did. WWE tried stealing the whole idea of the wrestlers in the crowd from AEW, and it just didn't go over. It didn't go over as well.
Yeah,
AEW is a good company. It's on TNT, the same exact channel that WCW was on.
I was a big WCW fan.
Give AEW a chance if you like wrestling.
Yeah, I'll look them up on YouTube or something.
They have Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, which was formerly known as Goldust.
Yeah.
Then they have a lot of indie guys too, like a lot of them, because they're trying to build the younger talent. They have Kenny Omega, who is kind of a big deal in Japan.
Yeah.
They have a lot of great talent. Let's see if Tony's able to join us again. He kind of
because Chris Jericho's got his own wrestling company now, doesn't he?
No, he wrestles for AEW.
Oh, no, that's Billy Corgan. Sorry, Billy Corgan owns a wrestling company. Billy
Corgan, he bought a wrestling company that hasn't been big in years. He bought NWA. He did. He bought the NWA, and they have a show now called NWA Power, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Tony, dude. You're having issues or something. There he is. We're going to call this a wrap because there's not much more we can talk about. So, Tony, can you hear us? All righty then. So thank you for tuning in, guys. It's been fun. Remember,
Sounds good.
live long, rock hard. We have a bunch of great guests coming up. We have Scotty Hagan. We have Vic. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the channel. Don't forget to do all that fun stuff. And we also have the end of the year episode that we will keep you posted on. And we have guests for next year. We do plan on bringing Steve Brown back for a mental health episode. So, all right. Love you guys. Live long, rock hard. It's been great. It's been fun. Rock and roll. And we're out.
Wearing shorts.